exploration station, we'll build a model of how the seeds of some plants are spread. Mrs. Alarcon asked Caleb and Caitlin to bring stuffed animals to the exploration station. As they stash them for later, Mrs. A reminds them that more plants of the same kind come from the seeds of that plant. But how are the seeds spread? Plants can't move on their own. Sometimes weather can help. Wind blows seeds from place to place. Water moves things too, Caitlin points out. So plants growing by or in water might move seeds that way. Animals can move them too, says Caleb. Mrs. A agrees, and that is just what they're going to test today. The ways that seeds are dispersed or moved by animals. She reminds them that every good experiment starts with research. They didn't realize it, but in a way they began this experiment last week. Caitlin was assigned to go to the library. She found a good book on seeds. Caleb had gone online with his mom and found pictures and articles about seeds. Both resources showed seeds can get caught in the fur of some animals. And when the animal moves, the seeds can fall or drop off, sometimes far away from where they were picked up. Mrs. A has the supplies to build a model so they can see how this works. Caleb and Caitlin help her move them all over to the workspace. First, they need something to represent the seeds. Seeds are small and light. Caitlin gets right to work. She tears up tissue paper into small bits to represent their seeds. And they need to build a model of a flower, big enough for the tissue seeds. Mrs. A has a microphone stand they can use. The base of the stand is like the roots of the plant. It gives the stand stability. The main part holds up the microphone. It's like the stem that holds up the plant. They use a ball covered with fleece fabric for the flower and attach it to the stand. And now, Caitlin's torn tissue seeds will cover our flower like the seeds in nature. Mrs. A has a piece of furry cloth to represent an animal in nature. Her animal walks by the flower. Its fur brushes up against the flower and some of the seeds stick. As the animal moves along, some of the seeds fall off. They watch where they fall. Now they know why Mrs. A had them bring their favorite furry stuffed animal. They make each of their animals brush up against the flower and move off in different directions. The kids watch where the pieces fall, but don't pick them up. If they do this again, will the seeds fall in the same pattern? To make sure they can tell the difference between the first and second test, the kids reload the flower with different color seeds. The animals brush up against the flower again and travel the same path they did the first time. The floor is littered with seeds, but there doesn't seem to be a consistent pattern. The kids will apply good experiment practice and retest before deciding, using a different seed color. Each time the kid's animal goes past the plant, more or fewer seeds stick to the fur. And each time the seeds land in different areas as the animal moves away. Do seeds always land in the same spot? While they do hitch a ride in the same direction, there's no telling where they will fall off and grow more plants. Looking at their test results, they conclude that there is no set pattern for how seeds are spread.